Time
PSA Flight 415, you are cleared for takeoff.
is a critical factor in airline performance. Time
Yes, sir. That 7:05 flight will have you in San Francisco.
is vital for maintaining the reliability our passengers count on. Time
We'll catch the 425 on the soft brakes.
coordinates connections in our route system for more passenger travel. Time
Relax. PSA has flights at 4:15, 5:15, and 6:15.
is what keeps us ahead of the competition. Time is what PSA is all about. The effective management of time is what makes our airline competitive. For most people, time means the airline schedule. The schedule is the product we offer our customers. How reliably we perform that schedule determines our success or failure in the airline business. Bill Shimp, PSA's chairman of the board, says that keeping the schedule running smoothly and reliably is a daily challenge for each and every one of us. We are all vital contributors to the intricate, interconnected, and interdependent system. Instinctively, each of us evaluates the schedule by how it affects our own personal job. But Bob Van Rossum, who heads the scheduling design team, must coordinate all of PSA's people and resources into a total, interactive system. All of these ideas are channeled back to Bob Van Rossum and Paul Grimes. A change that seems advantageous here may cause a greater problem there. A change that gains revenue in one place may cost more dollars in another. So the decisions are weighed, balanced, measured, and finally consolidated into one cohesive, integrated, all things considered schedule. After all this, the schedule's estimated revenue is weighed against anticipated cost. Then the fare structure is re-examined to make sure we are viable and competitive. This final version of the schedule and fares is carefully evaluated by PSA President Paul Barkley. When he puts his okay on it, PSA has a new schedule. On any given day, PSA's schedule involves 264 flights that will log about 288 flight hours. That accounts for relatively short flight segments, so it is critical that every departure be on time. According to the CAB, a flight is on time if it arrives at the destination city within 15 minutes of published arrival time. Any one of our planes can fly as many as 12 segments in a single day. So the cumulative effects of a 15-minute delay on each arrival could put an aircraft off schedule by as much as 3 hours. What's more, delays at one station hurt performance at other stations down the line. Delays also affect our passengers who may miss connections. That's why PSA's goal is zero-time performance. That means we leave the gate at the exact time, not a minute early, not a minute late, unless, of course, safety or customer requirements dictate otherwise. To better understand how the schedule works and to see the importance of zero-time performance, let's follow two of our aircraft on their daily routes. Morning, it is at the gate ready for a 6:40 departure for the Bay Area. The early flight time is ideal for business travelers. They arrive in San Jose at 7:51 and Oakland at 8:34. This allows for a full day's work without an overnight stay. The San Jose ground crew has 24 minutes to get the plane ready for its continuation to Oakland. Once in Oakland, the crew has 21 minutes to prepare for the 8:55 departure back to San Diego. On this round-trip segment, the aircraft provides business travelers with a convenient one-stop connection between both Bay Area cities and San Diego. The 727 leaves San Diego for Phoenix at 10:35. The non-stop flight arrives at Phoenix at 11:30. And after a 20-minute stop, it takes off for Tucson. This part of the aircraft's route does several important things. First, it provides a non-stop flight from San Diego to Phoenix. This 727 also provides a one-stop through-plane connection to Phoenix for passengers boarding in Oakland. The continuation to Tucson gives San Diego passengers direct one-stop service to that city. From Tucson, the 727 makes a non-stop flight to Los Angeles at 12:50. PSA obtained FAA approval for 3 new flights between Los Angeles and Tucson beginning June 16th. Smooth teamwork on the 30-minute turnaround is essential to keep the plane on schedule in this new market. After the plane arrives in Los Angeles, a new flight crew comes on board. Before they take off, this crew has to buy or accept the aircraft, so they give it a very careful inspection. The 727 then continues to serve the Arizona market with a 2:35 departure for Phoenix. Phoenix is an attractive destination for both business and pleasure travelers. Our mid-afternoon departure is very popular in this market. At 5:10, the plane returns to Los Angeles. This is an ideal after-work departure time from Phoenix. The flight arrives in Los Angeles at 6:15, providing quick, convenient connections to Reno, Seattle, and Fresno, along with through-plane service to Oakland. The continuing service to Oakland departs at 6:40. This is a prime departure time for business travelers in the Los Angeles area, as well as for our through passengers from Phoenix. As you can see, the on-time performance for this and other flights affects local, through-plane, and connecting passengers. Delayed operations into LAX could cause a snowball effect in delaying other flights. Delays on the ground overload the gates. With no gate space available, inbound flights can be held up. This will cause inbound passengers to misconnect on other PSA flights. The 727 arrives in Oakland at 7:40, and the ground crew hustles to keep it on time for its return to Los Angeles. This particular segment is a valuable revenue generator in terms of passengers, mail, and cargo. Upon arrival at LAX at 9:20, the 727 will be scheduled for other flights determined by the day of the week. Fridays are peak days for travel to San Jose. So on Fridays, this plane provides an additional flight to San Jose, departing at 9:50. On other nights, the plane heads north to San Francisco and then on to Seattle. Although these flights may not be heavily booked, off-peak pricing and heavy cargo demand means the aircraft can generate valuable revenue at a time it might otherwise be parked. These flights also position the aircraft so it will be ready to serve high-traffic markets early the next morning. Today, our 727 will fly another route that begins in Seattle. At the same time, a different 727 will conclude its day in San Diego, where it will begin the same route our plane just completed. This total fleet scheduling rotates the planes into the maintenance base for timely servicing. The route of the first plane is carefully structured to take advantage of the long-haul operating characteristics of the 727 aircraft. Our other aircraft, the DC-9 Super 80, has different operating characteristics, as well as different flight crews and maintenance bases. Let's see how a Super 80 delivers the schedule on a closely planned timetable. It's warm in Burbank as the PSA ground crew rolls out the Super 80 for a 7:15 flight to San Jose. The Super 80's quiet operation helps PSA be a good neighbor in the community around the airport, especially at this early hour. Last night, the interior and exterior of the Super 80 was cleaned and serviced by the Burbank maintenance crew. The aircraft looks sharp for the day's work. The flight to San Jose is loaded with business travelers ready for the full day ahead. From San Jose, the flight heads for Los Angeles. The 8:45 departure is still well timed for the southbound early morning business traveler. At 10:15, the Super 80 heads for San Francisco on a round-trip segment that will return to LAX at precisely 1 p.m., just in time to take advantage of a slot allocation in the 1 o'clock hour. Next, the Super 80 departs Los Angeles for San Jose at 1:55. San Jose is another noise-sensitive market, and the Super 80's quiet performance gives a strong competitive edge there. After a flight crew change, the plane heads for Ontario at 3:25. This crew change helps set up tomorrow's schedule by allowing this crew the mandatory 10.5 hours between flights on an overnight stay. The Super 80 leaves Ontario for San Francisco at 4:55. The arrival is scheduled for exactly 5:59 to fit a slot allocation in the 5 o'clock hour. A 31-minute ground time allows for connections from Santa Ana and for flight separation upline. At 6:30, the aircraft departs for Sacramento. This segment provides one-stop service to Sacramento for our passengers that boarded in Ontario. This type of convenient one-stop connection is an integral part of PSA's efforts to expand and develop markets. Future growth will come in the form of non-stop service that connects these destinations following our successful one-stop operation. The next destination is San Diego. On arrival, the Super 80 holds for a 9:09 departure to Las Vegas. The arrival is timed for exactly 10 o'clock, again to satisfy FAA slot allocations. As the Super 80 begins the final segment of the route back to San Francisco, Flight 820 from Los Angeles is arriving and will use the gate we just vacated. This tight scheduling uses our resources most efficiently and provides our customers with the on-time service they demand. The day's flight schedule comes to a close at the San Francisco maintenance base. In this enormous hangar, the Super 80 is cleaned, serviced, and prepared for another busy day when the sun comes up across the bay in the morning. This summer, PSA will take full advantage of the Super 80's customer appeal and superior performance. 21 Super 80s will be in scheduled service on July 14th. Our fleet of active 727s will be comprised of 10 modernized aircraft. The average daily utilization for the Super 80 will be 9.2 hours, and the 727 will average 8 hours. Our illustrations of aircraft routing show how the schedule is designed to earn the most income by managing PSA's resources most effectively. But designing the schedule is only half the battle. To succeed in today's tough airline business, we've got to deliver that schedule to our customers, just the way we promised. PSA flies 92,000 flights a year, and we are judged on every one of them. In the competitive air travel market, passengers can choose from a wide array of travel services. If we don't deliver a professional, reliable schedule, our customers will fly with someone who can. When our schedule performance is up, we can keep our fares low and our frequency high, and that's the PSA ticket to success. When the PSA system is rolling, we are at our competitive best. With increased productivity, our costs are reduced. By reducing costs, we can lower fares to help attract more passengers or offer more frequency. More passengers mean increased traffic and more revenue-producing seat miles. Increased revenue helps us buy more efficient aircraft, open new markets, and grow in every way. And so the cycle continues. Remember, the schedule is our product. With the new schedule, we are offering our customers 20% more service, and that's the way to grow. At PSA, we've got the spirit to make that schedule work with a smile. From reservations to ticket agents, ground personnel, flight crews, marketing, accounting, and office. All of us at PSA are out to win. PSA, friendly, convenient, professional, on time. PSA performance, can do.